do this. It kind of bothers me that there's a black screen that it's recording, but hey. All right, so tonight we are going to be talking about social media and presenting yourself in a professional manner, because we all know you just take people more seriously when they present themselves like they know what they're doing, right? Hi, Stephanie's mommy. So yeah, my goal tonight for you guys is to give you a solid foundation for how to get yourself looking like a Beachbody coach, like someone that wants to work with other people, so that people are attracted to you and want to take you seriously as they pursue their journeys of getting healthy. So we're going to be looking at 4 things tonight that are going to be our main focus, and that's just basic things that you can look at to really just begin the process of making yourself look more professional. So things we're going to focus on: profile picture, your cover image, your about me section, and like the first 3 to 5 posts that you have in your timeline. So we're going to call that content. We're also going to start looking at your friends lists. And we're going to talk about a few common mistakes that people make when they are using a social media platform and not really using it effectively. So we're going to use those tools to help you guys learn how to be effective in your posting. So let's start by talking about the mistakes people make. First mistake a lot of people do, especially when you're new, is to do nothing. Big mistake, right? So you just kind of leave everything the same. Nothing has changed in your life. But hey, you're a Beachbody coach now. So hey, yeah, that's a big change. Something to be excited about. And you want to start representing that new lifestyle. So what are things you do as a Beachbody coach? Well, you work out. You start to eat healthily. You get involved with a team. You have different things that are inspiring you and exciting you. So we don't just do nothing, because our life is changing and we want other people to have their lives inspired to change as well. So some small changes that you can make along the way are these 4 things. Creating a clean profile picture, right? Something that really just very simply indicates who you are. And so that means you, not all your interests just yet, not your family. I want a clear, bright picture of your face. Super simple. People want to know who it is that they are talking to, who they are being inspired by. And when you don't post a clean profile picture, it kind of makes people wonder, are they not posting a picture of themselves because they're nervous about who they are? Or, are they insecure? Like what is going on? Why don't they want me to see who they are? So everyone start with that simple thing, bright, clean, inviting profile picture. 1 second, sorry. Continue. Mute all. What is going on? Ha. Okay, sorry. All right. So moving on. Mistake number 2, there's too much clutter. So that's a pretty common one, I find. When you are creating a cover photo, which we all should do, right? Instead of it being that cover photo that just pops up randomly or that you set to be the back banner of your Facebook page, you want something that is going to be inviting and welcoming to other people, but also give them a sense of who you are, what your interests are as a coach. So we all have different things that help us attract our niche market. Those things are going to be your interests. You ideally are going to be attracting a customer that is just like you, someone that has your same interests. That's going to be the person that you can most effectively help, because you're essentially living their life. So I want you all to start thinking about, what are the things that define me as a person? What are the things that I'm interested in? What kind of hobbies do I enjoy? And we're going to start gearing your banners toward those things so that people know exactly what it is that they're going to find when they come to your page. So in that banner, you don't want it to be something super cluttered. A lot of people will do collages and stuff, and that's awesome. But you want to make sure that you're creating clean lines, because studies have shown that the human eye is attracted to clean lines, symmetry, and white space. So we're able to read things and process things more quickly and more easily if we just have something clean in front of us. So I'm going to encourage you guys to create something maybe colorful and bright, or something that's a little muted. That's fine, but you want it to be very clean and easy on the eyes so that we can process what it is that you're about. Keep it concise and professional. Obviously, you don't want to do, I trust that none of you guys are going to put something inappropriate up there, but try to keep it about you. The thing about Beachbody and a lot of the way that we handle pursuing our business and gaining traction with our business is on social media. Chrissy, I'm going to go back and read this in just a second. So we have to treat our Facebook page, if that is your primary outlet for sharing your journey, you have to treat that as though it is your business that you are marketing for. So that means not necessarily putting pictures of you out with your friends, like drinking at night, that's not what you guys want to be marketing yourself with. You want something clean. You want something that presents who you are in a bright, confident way, because that is the person that I'm going to want to work with. That's hopefully what attracted you to Beachbody and started getting you to read people's posts, right? Mistake number 3, outdated accessories. So this, just like when we can compare all of these things to buying real estate. If you've ever purchased a house, or if you've ever been with someone like out around the neighborhood looking at things, or you see a for sale sign, you're more inclined to go with the more up-to-date, modern looking type things rather than something that's completely outdated or something that has just junk cluttering outside of the house. You are attracted to things because it's clean and presented. And the beauty of social media and the beauty of us working on Facebook is that we have complete control over being able to curate our social media pages. So guys, that means if people are posting or tagging you in group outings, and that's just post after post after post after post after post, anyone who is attracted to your page is going to have a really hard time getting past all that stuff to find your content, to find the things that you are saying. So curate that stuff. You want to go in, you want to hide things from your timeline so that you are the voice on your social media page. I'm not saying, don't, if no one ever, if someone says something sweet to you, that you have to hide that. But I want you guys to start keeping it in your mind that if it's not something that doesn't serve your business, maybe you want to consider hiding that from your timeline or storing that somewhere else. If it's a photo or something, storing it somewhere else so that it's not the first thing people see when they come to your page. Let me go back to your question, Chrissy. I know you said something here. When you're referring to your page, are you talking about a separate page for your Beachbody business, or are you talking about both your personal page? And I'm assuming a like page is what you're saying. I'm talking about whatever you use as your primary platform. So if right now that's your personal page or your like page, obviously apply this stuff to either one of those. But I highly recommend that if your personal page is your main source of where you're running your business and where you're getting the word of your journey out, absolutely apply these things, even if you are still using it as a way to communicate with friends and family. I personally have a like page, but it doesn't, I haven't really invested my time in building that just yet. So I'm working from my main social media page, my name. And because that's where I run my business, pretty much everything you're going to see on my page is stuff that I want you to see. Now, for me, a huge part of my niche market is family-oriented people, because family is one of the biggest things that I talk about. You're going to see a lot of stuff from my family. And so I'll leave posts up there when my sisters post funny pictures of us or whatever. That's stuff that I am being intentional about. So I encourage you guys to do that too. I have both, usually post to my like page, but I post some stuff to my page. Yeah, so that's fine. If you are running a like page and your own page, what I highly recommend is continuing to encourage people to go follow you over there. So that means, you know, every once in a while sharing a post and saying, hey, for any fitness and motivational help, follow me at this page. You know, encourage people to go over there to follow your journey, and make sure that you are building the friend base from that side of things. Because I will say that if you don't have eyes on that page, if people don't know that page is happening, they're going to yours. My biggest concern with my personal page is that right now it is set to private because of being a teacher, and I'm afraid to change that. I don't want my students finding me. I also have my blog too, which I'm making posts there too. So I love the idea of blogging. That's going to give you a different market of people, I think, which is awesome. As far as keeping your page private, if that is something that is important to you, then you got to really work to build that like page, because right now you're probably starting that like page from zero and it's building slowly. I found that too. I have over 2,000 friends on my personal page, and my like page is like 147 people. And it's because I haven't really invested the time there. So if that is where you want to work from, make sure you're building that platform. And I do encourage you to have one platform on Facebook, because it really is a great way to be able to easily connect with people. Josie, I know you asked, should we have a separate Facebook page? That is completely 100% up to you. A lot of people do separate Instagrams and separate Facebook pages for their coaching stuff, because a lot of people initially feel weird about the fact that, like, well, is it going to be all Beachbody all the time? And I don't know if I want to post about Beachbody all the time. You know, this is a very common thing with new coaches. And I promise you that once you start to feel momentum in your business, you're going to be like, yeah, I don't care. Screw it. Like, so you just need to decide what works best for you and commit to either way. But if you're going to commit to a like page, absolutely commit to building that page too. Create the content for sure. You're going to do that on either social media platform, but make sure that you are constantly adding friends over there. All right, moving on. Mistake 4, you're sending mixed messages. This is a big one. We have to narrow our focus, guys. It is super, super, super important that when you are starting to think about content and you are starting to think about developing your niche market, that you are able to narrow it down to about 3 to 5 things that you are consistently posting about. So think of your interests. Think of the things that are important to you in your life. Think about your coaching journey. Write a list of those things and then narrow it down to about 3 to 5 things. And then become intentional about how you post about those things. Consistently post on different recipes you enjoy. If you're a foodie, you know, pictures of food. If you are a big family person or have kids, pictures with your kids. If you love music and performing, pictures of you doing those things and talking about those things. If you are someone that loves daily motivation, which is me, I I try to do either a quote or a picture with some kind of tidbit of inspiration that I have to offer that day. But you are becoming intentional about these 3 things. You are defining who you are clearly, and you are starting to attract people who have those same interests. So start to become very almost routine, not saying the same thing over and over again, but giving people a clear idea of what they can consistently expect from you if they go to visit your page. And the 5th mistake, letting junk pile up. So this is a big one. We kind of talked about it before, but police your timeline. Decide what the off-limit topics are and do regular maintenance of your page. So regular maintenance means scrolling through your page maybe 3 times a week and seeing, did someone post an invite to Candy Crush? That does not need to be on my freaking timeline. So hide or delete, like make sure those things are not sitting there waiting to just be advertised for. Other people are not going to your page to learn about Candy Crush. So get it off there. Like that, it does not need to be there. Off-limit topics. So you got to decide what that is for yourself. A lot of people, social issues, politics, religion, that's your personal choice, whatever it is, but commit to those things. And I encourage you, I'm going to go a step further and say that maybe rather than commenting on people's things when they're bringing that stuff up on their social media pages, maybe stay out of it. Just play the safe card. You don't want to, and this again is your personal choice, but you don't need to be dealing with that kind of stuff and then risk having stuff posted on your page as a result. It's best to remain a neutral party in most of those things. For me, God is a big one too, and I openly talk about God on my social media. So I'm okay with people deciding maybe they don't want to be my friend on Facebook because they don't believe in God. I'm okay with that. If that's a decision they make, it's who I am, and I'm attracting people that do or that don't have a problem with that. So just decide what those things are for you. And if something isn't working, if you realize you did a post and like it didn't go over very well, delete it. Yeah, you worked on that post, but it's not the end of the world if you deleted it. So just get it off there. If you need to start doing regular maintenance and just paying attention to what is working and what is not working on your page. And when you start doing that, guys, when you build up enough content, you can start crossing those over social media pages. So, Chrissy, you said you started a blog. Maybe something that went over super well on your like page that people responded really well to and that you feel like you could elaborate on or dive deeper into, that could be a post that you use on your blog, or something that you later on post to Instagram or Pinterest. If any of you guys are really like solid experts with using those, I am not. So not really what I use. But those are options for you. You can recycle content. So it's good to go back and look at what has worked, what hasn't, and just, scroll later in your timeline so that you can see, oh, you know what? That was a really good post. Let me bring that back to life, type thing. So what I'm going to leave you guys with is some advice here. I'm going to recommend some tools for you. So you always hear this, success leaves clues. And that is such a real thing. People that you see being successful in this business, people that you see being successful with anything, they're leaving clues for you. That means you need to go and watch what is happening with the people that inspire you. So if you are new to Beachbody, I am totally happy to give you some names to follow. And I'm sure naturally, you know, you've all been added to the team pages, that you're going to start finding people that interest you. Like, what are they doing? Why am I attracted to their pictures? And you're going to start learning from all those things. But the point is, identify those people for you and figure out why their page attracts you. Figure out what they're doing and start to implement those things for yourself. Don't copy it. Don't be word for word about what they're doing, but identify what it is that you appreciate about someone else's page. If you have clothing brands that you like, or if there is like a scrapbooking company, or for me, like lately, it's like I stop in my tracks at every wedding planning post I come across, because like all these wedding invitations are so pretty to me, you know, like start to identify those things too. You know, if you find a company that interests you, or their picture like stops you in the track, figure out what it is that they're marketing that works, and use that to your advantage, because it's telling you a lot about what it is that you're going to want to be posting, because that's an interest to you. There's no wrong answer here, but you got to do what's right for you. People are going to be attracted to you for a different reason they're going to be attracted to me, because you have something different to offer. For cover photos, and for challenge group invites and coaching opportunity invites, most of the time you're looking at those things probably, you know, being like, oh, that's a nice picture. Or for some reason, one of those things maybe caught your eye and you liked it. Those are probably done in one of these three programs, and there are others, but I'm going to suggest Photoshop to you if you're really good with like graphic design and just like artistry type stuff and have Photoshop. Photoshop is great. PicMonkey is another one a lot of people use. It's just PIC Monkey. And then what I use is Canva. Canva is super, super simple. I use it on my iPad. And it's a graphic design program, but very like technology not friendly for me. It's you don't need to be technology savvy to use it. So Canva I highly, highly, highly recommend. And you can go and create your, that's exactly how you spell it. You can go and create your cover photos there. Just quickly about cover photos, and I'll actually get to that in a second. You, again, want to be clear about what it is that you're going to talk about on your page. People should be able to look at your cover photo and say, oh, this is what I'm going to find here. Even if you're not writing that out, they should be able to get an idea of what it is they're coming to your page and finding. So as you start to make these small shifts and adjustments in your curb appeal, ask yourself, would you want you as a mentor? That's a big one. Like, if you're not into your cover photo or your profile picture, guys, then you got to change it. You got to want to represent you. Give your Facebook a little update. Even if you don't think you need it, it's always, always, always a good idea to do that. Curate your timeline. And I love this word, curate, because, hello, my fiance is an artist. So you know what it is to go through that process with an artist in a gallery space, very intentionally figuring out where they're going to put each painting on the wall. You know, that's a curator's job, to figure out what best tells the story. You guys have the ability to do that with your timeline. So make sure that you have complete ownership, that you know at all times what is happening on your main source of social media. Quick things to ask yourself. And this will be the final thing we kind of talk about before we dive into tonight's activity. Curb appeal questions. So your little checklist for yourself. Is my profile well lit, flattering, showing my face and only my face? If it's not, you will all do that sometime soon. Is my cover photo complimentary, clean, uncluttered, and communicating about me? Is my coaching career easy to see? Is my contact info on there? And then last, are the first 3 to 5 posts that you scroll down in your timeline adding value? So when I say adding value, is it giving something to other people? Is it good information to put out there? If it's a recipe, you know, that is adding value because someone wants to go to your page to find a recipe. You know, make sure that you are being intentional about the posts you are putting up and not just being like Twitter type thing. I don't know, cooked with a friend, period. And that's it. You know, like, no one cares about that. Why is that moment important to you? I don't need to know play-by-play about your life. I want to know why you are doing things, why it matters. I want to be able to connect to you. So be intentional, always. I say 3 to 5 times a day post, and I know that can become difficult for people because it feels like you're running on empty after a while. But I'm going to just be very, very clear about this, and I will always say this. It does not have to be Beachbody all the time. People want to know you. They're going to connect with you because you have other things in your life that are Beachbody. Yes, Beachbody is one thing that you do, but what else? What else? Guys, I mean, seriously, the Beachbody coaching network right now is like 400,000 people. So why am I going to go with you over someone else? Beachbody is what we all have in common. So make sure you are sharing your life too, things that excite you, so that people can get to know you. All right, so what I would typically have you do is say go and Facebook audit yourself or talk to a friend that can get on your page and be very honest with you about what they're seeing. But tonight, we're going to do that together. And I've already looked at all your pages, so I'm going to offer some advice. So I'm going to go ahead and Yvette, oh no. I love it. No, it's good. Only love here. This is a friendly zone. I am not harping on any of you. I am just offering advice that you do not have, Mackenzie. I'm just offering advice. You do not have to take it and you know, take what you want, leave what you don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start screen sharing here. Boom. Desktop. Tell me when you guys can see me. Just give me a thumbs up if you can. Yeah? We're good, I think. Maybe? Yeah? Okay, awesome. So, just because, Josie, you were the first person I see, you are up first. So Josie's a brand new coach. She just got her training and is starting Coach Basics tomorrow. So no worries. I obviously am not going to come at you with this the same way I'm going to go at Christina, who just went diamond. So this is strong, right? So we've got a solid page here. And I love, Josie, I love your profile picture because it shows for you this other fun, goofy side of you. I love that you can tell immediately you're not someone who takes yourself super seriously. And that's super positive. Obviously, relish in the fact that you just got engaged. Absolutely do that. Eventually, you could use something like this and maybe cut him out of it. I know that sounds super harsh, but just because, you know, this is your business, you are presenting yourself as the main feature. maybe do something inviting. It can be totally goofy like that, but something that's just you. As far as your cover photo goes, for someone who's a new coach, and I'm sure this just happened to be the thing that you like put up there, and this had no coaching intention behind it. For someone who is a new coach though, I would say this is actually better than probably what most people have because it's clean. It's something that is attractive to look at. It is clean. Now that you have all this information and we're focusing forward, you are going to start to think about the things that interest you. When you have a transformation, maybe you're going to want to put transformation picture up there or a workout picture up there. And what I'll do is after we've gone through everyone's pages, I'll take you guys through some pages that I think are super effective so you can get an idea. Actually, I'll do that right now. Let me go to Sarah Matthews. So this is one of my success partners. I'm going to move this so that you guys can see. Oh. All right, I'm really failing at this. Oh, haha, there we go. Okay. So you can see Sarah's cover photo is super easy to follow. You can tell immediately the things she's interested in. Obviously, family there with the feet, food, clean images. Her transformation is a big part of her story. And then she has a quote here, and right next to her face, you can see she describes herself: wife, mother, artist, daydreamer, girl boss. So you know exactly what you're going to find when you come to this page because she lists it out there for you. Let's see. All right, so this is another one, Anita Myron. She is one of the current top 10 coaches. And she does a really good job of balancing something that is not necessarily clean, empty lines. You know, she has a patterned background, but bright, fun. And you can tell that that is exactly the kind of person she is in these two pictures that you see here. She's also got her transformation. You immediately know fitness is a big thing for her. She's got her family there. So you know she's a mom, which is a huge part of her market. And she, in her banner, lists her email and her website. And she says, dream big. So obviously this girl is a dreamer. You know exactly what to find. Something unique that she does is click the banner for a free meal plan and more info. So she's telling you exactly what she wants to do, what she wants you to do if you're looking at her page. Okay, I'm going back to Josie. All right, so I'm gonna, so right now, Josie, your cover photo obviously doesn't tell us about you, and that's okay. Let me go back to your page, sorry. All right, so do I know you're a coach? Not yet, but what you are gonna do, and I'm gonna recommend this for all new coaches, is as soon as you get your package, go ahead and take your package, take a picture with it, and announce that you're a Beachbody coach. Just get it out of the way. Yes, you are going through this transformation. That is awesome. Let people know, hey, I am doing something scary and awesome, and I'm committing to my health for the next 30 days. I'm super excited to start this program. Follow me if you want inspiration along the way. You know, whatever. You don't even have to tell them that you're going to be posting every day about this. You don't have to share that stuff, but announce to the world that you are a freaking Beachbody coach, because that's awesome. Yeah. And then we'll work on creating content, and I'll do that as your sponsor coach. A lot of Coach Basics is going to help you guys start to figure out how to develop effective content. And then the other thing that I took note of, Josie, you're starting out with a really good friend base, like very solid. You've got over 1,000 friends. Awesome. So what you're going to want to continue doing, just so that you don't feel the like halt down the road, is just every day adding 3 to 5 people. I know that's really awkward for some people and they don't know where they're going to get those 3 to 5 people from. For me, I don't make it a big deal. I just click on people, add if I have mutual friends with them. Whatever. Worst they can do is tell me no. And if they say, hey, how do we know each other? I just say, oh, hey, saw that we were mutual friends with this person, always looking to meet new people, you know, whatever. But most people are not going to come at you and be like, why did you friend request me? You know, like, I mean, it may be an honest question, like, how do we know each other? Did we cross paths? You'll find a way to gracefully deal with that situation if it arises. All righty. Who's up? Let's see. Who else do we have here? Yvette, I see you next. So Yvette, I went to your regular page first. If you guys want to unmute yourselves, I'm going to unmute everyone because I feel like I'm having a conversation by myself. I'm unmuting everyone. Unmute all. Aha, hear people. Yay. And I'm also end the recording, I think. Okay, hold on. Stopping screen for a second so I can stop this recording. Bye.